Hello viewers, hello everyone, welcome to KINTU'S Lunch. Do you know lines are very important in interior design? Yes, lines are very important and I'm going to tell you about lines in interior design today. It's our topic today. Interior designing uses lines as one of the informal rules to follow when creating a space that is balanced and visually pleasing. Lines define space, they create emotion or create different pattern. Lines help define shape and volume in interior design. They evoke a feeling of timelessness. For example, when you walk in a room with chair rails, with crown molding, with wainscoting, all this can give you that feeling of timelessness because these are classic lining items used. Lines are also important in adding texture to a room. Lines can be used to differentiate different textures in order to create variety and balance. Here there is an example of a kitchen where lines have been used to zone it up. The short tongue and groove define the work area. Above it, there is wider vertical lines which give the sense of light. Then paneling on the cabinet defines the storage place, while fluted glass on the kitchen island defines storage but with glass panels for contrast. The long kitchen lights also give a sense of height. There are 4 major types of lines. The first one is horizontal lining. Horizontal lines can create space in form of squares and rectangles. In interior design, things like furniture, for example tables, chairs, coffee tables, countertops, can be used to give the horizontal line aspect. The aim is to give balance and account stability. Horizontal lines give a solid, harmonious relationship with the earth. In our interiors, a narrow room can be made to look wider by using wide furniture or horizontal stripes in form of wallpaper or in form of paint, or you can use horizontal wooden panels as well. That will make a narrow room look wide. For rooms which are tall, if your main focus is on the upper part, you can divide it with a chair rail and focus on the upper part of the wall. You can focus on the ceiling and you can draw in the room by using things like vertical, you can use a vertical high ceiling lamp which is long enough to come down. That will bring the ceiling down and also help your eye to focus on that area. You can also wallpaper the ceiling or paint the ceiling itself if your main focus is in those areas. And if your main focus is in the lower area of the wall, that is when I'm talking about high ceiling rooms, if your focus is on the lower part of the wall, then again a chair rail, when used, you can now make the lower part more attractive than the upper part. Thereby, your eye will focus on the lower part. So, horizontal lines are very important in our interior designs, but don't use too much of them because it becomes boring and lacking. Let's look at our other type of line. This is the vertical line. So vertical line is used in interior designing as well to create height. The vertical line lifts the eye upwards. It makes windows and sometimes entire interiors look higher. By doing so, they lift the mind, the spirit as well. This conveys a feeling of strength and dignity. You find places like churches being very tall, public places being very tall buildings inside high ceilings. It's so because of the vertical line. As a result, your eye focuses on the height of the room and gives you that feeling of strength and dignity. Now, in interior design, if you have a low ceiling room, how do we get it high? How the eye is tricked. They use the eye to, interior designers trick the eye, and they do this by using, let's say, vertical tongue and groove paneling or vertical tongue and groove wood panels for you to draw your eyes up. This adds interest and also texture to a space. Okay, so vertical lines are very important as well. If you want to trick the eye, you can make use of them to make the room look higher. And also, if you have a tall wall, again, if you want people to focus on it, you can still use vertical lines to emphasize that. The third one is the dynamic lines. Dynamic lines which are divided into diagonal and zigzag. With diagonal lines, normally the patterns they create suggests movement and action. They are associated with going up or going down. Diagonal lines are used to stimulate our senses, and also engage our eye, e.g. use of parquet floors, a tiled feature wall. However, diagonal lines should not be used to cover a wide area because this can end up turning very busy on our eye. The other part of the dynamic lines is the zigzag line. The zigzag lines are short diagonal lines that reverse upon themselves. Examples include chevron and herringbone. They also give the same kind of feelings in us. They are exciting, they create movement and action. And again, using too much of them can become so busy. So try to use it as a feature wall or just in a small area of the room. For instance, if you want to zone your room up, you can use these kind of lines in conjunction with other type of wall cladding or paint. And the last type of lines we are going to look at is the curved lines. Okay, let me get my notes on curved lines. Curved lines, they are harmonizing, organic, playful, and they suggest movement, and they are easy on the eye. If a place feels heavy, curved lines softens it up. we need to use different lines. All these lines need to be used together in a space that is vertical, um, uh, horizontal, curved lines, diagonal. They all have to be used to create balance in a space. It is wrong to say all rooms should be straight edges to make a rectangular or square shape. There are a lot of curved rooms, and this is most seen in African designs. If you see the rendezvous, African rendezvous, the huts, they are made in they are made in a curved shape. So the interior will be circular, but that does not mean you cannot design it appropriately and in a visually pleasing manner. So it's very interesting as well, a curved line to use in your interior design. We have curved lines in kitchens. On the kitchen islands, we can use curved lines to bring balance again with the straight lines and straight edges in the other areas of the kitchen. It also can be used as a zone. You can use it to zone up a room. Again, zoning up a kitchen, curved line can be used. So if you have a room which has both horizontal and vertical line, if you add curved lines as well, it creates that harmony and balance in a room. Okay, before I sign off, let's look at more pictures on different lines used in interior design, how they use them together to create comfortable and visually pleasing places. As you can see, this is the diagonal lines being used as a feature wall here. This is diagonal wall again being used, and zigzag incursions being used together. This is diagonal used as a feature wall. And this is zigzag being used as a feature wall. In all these walls, you can see that sense of movement and excitement. Here's circular movement in form of circles. This is a round interior that has been used. Notice the walls are curved. This is another round interior with curved walls. You can see the table there is also circular, it's curved to balance with the rest. This is also a curved interior with a curved window frame and curved sink bowls. Most of these designs originate from Africa. This is an African interior designed house as well, with curved lines, as you can see, and an arch door. This is wallpaper patterned in a circular movement, and this is an African hut, mainly from Southern Africa, especially the Zulus. They build this kind of huts and paint them, the Zulu and the Ndebelés. Thank you everyone for watching. That concludes our series on lines in interior design. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have a good day. All of you who are watching, you take care. Bye. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe, share, like, and comment as well. Let me know if you're interested in anything concerning lifestyle and interior design, and I will be sure to get it for you and put it on my videos. Take care now. Bye.